Instagram algorithm is crazy. If I pull out my phone right now, go to my Explore page, it's gonna be girls working out, twerking, doing a bunch of stuff, no matter how much I don't engage with that content.
So when you look at mine, right, and it ain't a lot of like big booties or twerking or something unless I engage in that.
What you trying to say?
You might have to take notes on this bitch. Famous and Wealthy Podcast, man. Listen, we got my boy Zaki in the building, man. Hey, my boy gonna talk about everything that has to do with credit, man. Everything that has to do with making this money, man. Tell him a little bit about where you from and shit like that, my boy.
Let's get it, bro. Appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir.
I was born in New York, but now I live in Florida. So, yeah, man, I've been helping people get the bag with the credit, funding, running it up.
How is New York, bro?
I just came back from New York. It's dirty. I ain't been back to New York in 15 years.
Yeah.
I grabbed the hotel off Expedia just because I was just making moves. I grabbed the hotel off Expedia.
Yeah.
Taxed me for the hotel. They got me in Harlem. As soon as I go outside, I see tweakers and rats. I'm like, I ain't coming back for another 15.
I mean, I've been to New York and I be like, man, I don't see how y'all doing it out of New York, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, being in Miami, I mean, I'm from Chicago, so I feel like it's the same. You know what I mean? It's cold and it's dark. You know what I mean? But like, how did you get into credit though?
Having bad credit. Like, I was doing network marketing before.
Yeah.
I was running up a bag in my early 20s, but you familiar with network marketing?
Network marketing?
Like MLM?
Yeah, I heard of that.
Yeah, so we was running up a bag, but the company's always changing. Some days they're changing the rules, they're changing the comp plan. So they changed the comp plan like 6 times. So I went from making like $10,000 a month to pretty much like $800 a month overnight. So my credit got messed up, and from there I'm like, I gotta get back. I gotta get back right.
Right. So you said start repairing or fixing or building. Like, what did you start?
I had to start from scratch, bro. I had repos, collections, charges.
Damn.
I had everything except a bankruptcy because I'm young.
Right.
Yeah, I had to fix my credit. So I had tapped into some information. I think I bought a $500 course back during the pandemic.
Right.
And I was able to clean my credit in 4.5 months.
Damn, that's hard. So as far as like, how many students you end up obtaining by cleaning your own credit?
Like customers or students?
Like students.
Students. I mean, I done sold so many digital products. I say thousands.
Yeah. So, as far as like trade lines and stuff like that, what you know about primaries and the trade lines and shit?
Everything. So trade lines is fire, but the banks really want you to have primaries. So I always tell people you want to have at least 10 accounts on your credit report. You could go to Credit Strong. You go to KEVO, you could go to Self Lender, you could go get the Navy Fed pledge loan. You could go to some other credit unions to start building out that profile. But you want to aim to have at least 10 accounts on your credit report before you start trying to go get a lot of funding.
And as far as with the Navy play, you got the Navy sauce. Like, how do people usually go get Navy that don't have, somebody that's actually in Navy?
Man, you trying to get me in trouble. So it's one hack you could do where pretty much you could just call them after hours and pretty much everybody in America has had a family member that was in the military. We just probably don't know.
In order to get that sauce, they need to go ahead and tap in with you.
Yeah, they got to tap in first. They got to tap in first.
What's usually your tap in fee?
My tap in fee, $5,000.
Okay, $5,000. That's fair.
But then I also help business owners get access to capital. So we charge them a 10% success fee once they get the capital.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. So as far as like, we were just talking about the credit wave, right? You said you need 10 accounts on your credit, and that is to get funding or get credit cards or what?
Both. So first you got to build your profile to get personal funding.
Okay.
So you got a credit card stack on the personal side, and all credit card stacking is strategically applying for credit. So find 3 to 5 banks that's going to pull from TransUnion, find 3 to 5 banks that's going to pull from Experian, and find 3 to 5 more banks that's going to pull from Equifax. And if you want a website that's going to break it all down for you, you could go to this website called Help Me Build Credit. They're going to give you all of the data points pretty much from where the bureau they're going to pull from, even some application details on like what the last person put on their applications to get approved for. And that's some secret sauce right there.
Okay. So for somebody that's watching right now that's flat broke, that need to learn how to make some money, that got no credit, what kind of sauce you can give them?
So they got no credit.
Credit.
They messed up money right now.
They on the floor. We looking for you to save us.
So what they really need to do is start a funding company.
Okay.
Because you don't need good credit to help people. You don't need good credit to help somebody get access to capital. You just need to know what the banks is looking for.
Okay.
And all the banks is looking for, if like I told you, those 10 accounts, they want to make sure you got some comparable credit. So you want to make sure you already got a couple credit cards with at least $2,500 limits. And then you want to make sure that you got banking relationships. So if you got those things right there, you can have a 500 credit score, but be helping people get 100,000 in funding, charging them 10% and running up a bag. Because I tell people they don't got a credit problem. 9 times out of 10, they got an income problem.
So all they got to do is know you, and they can tap in with you, and they can just start printing.
100%.
So are you in a relationship?
Yeah.
How was that?
It's amazing.
So as far as like with the relationship going, I know a lot of guys that be in relationships and stuff like that. Is it hard to deal with, the relationship while making a lot of money, or how was that working out for you?
Well, I've been with the same woman for 10 years. So
10 years.
It was harder when I was broke because, we really was doing 80-20. She's covering all of the bills, and anytime we would talk about money, it'd cause an argument.
That's what's up. So are y'all married?
Not yet.
Okay. So 10 years, that's a long time.
Yeah, 10th anniversary was just on the 7th.
Wow. Y'all might as well get married.
Yeah, we think about it.
Yeah. So as far as like with that goes, right, is that a distraction, or do you think that like most guys, like let's say if I'm in a relationship, right, do you think you'll make more money without being in a relationship, or you think that the relationship helping you make more money?
Me or anybody else?
You.
Yeah, I think I make more money because I'm more focused. I see a lot of my peers, they be tricking off.
Oh, right.
So I don't got to trick off. My woman, she love me. I love her. All I got to do is invest into her. She invests back into me.
Exactly.
Like I bought my girl a trading course last year.
Right.
Pretty much leveraged my credit, bought her a course, got her some funded accounts. And long story short, she was able to take the information from that course, take those funded accounts, pass them, and she just wrote me a check for $5K last week.
Okay. That's good. Okay. So that's a good relationship then.
It was great.
Most people I meet, they ain't really, it's a little rocky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
they
good.
Toxic, though. They be worried about everything going on in the streets versus what's going on at home.
Exactly. So, yeah, y'all on the right track then. As far as, like, any distractions that you got, like, when it comes to making money or whatever, I know it be relationships or anything. What you think that's holding you back from reaching the highest potential?
I just had a newborn, so that's it's kind of been a challenge, kind of like adjusting. We don't got a lot of support either, just me and my girl. So it's been a little challenge between running my businesses, still being a present father, still being in that relationship, because I know she need that mental support because her body just went through a lot. So I want to make sure I'm not asking her to do too much or, expecting too much. But that's probably the only thing right now.
No, that's hard. So as far as like the credit goes, do you plan on actually teaching her to do the same thing that you know how to do?
She already know. We learned together. So
that's smart. Okay.
We learned how to fix credit together because we pay somebody to do it for us. I paid $800 for me, $800 for her, and they pretty much scammed us. They wasted like a year of our time. So after that, be like, man, we about to let somebody waste our bread and our time. We need to figure this shit out for ourselves.
That's smart. Yeah. So you taught both of y'all learn how to do credit, fix credit. Now y'all both do credit.
She don't do credit. She trade. So now she trade. I run a credit business. So I do the credit. I do funding and stuff like that.
Oh,
so she just took what I knew. I got my funding. I invested it in her. So she was able to do something she wanted to do, which is trade. Now she don't got to, work a job or anything like that.
Oh, so yeah, that's what's up there and shit. So it's possible that you could have a good woman out here, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, it's very possible. But you got to become the man that's going to attract the woman that you want. You can't be out here like, and every girl DMs.
Yeah, you're right.
But then, you feel me, wanting a good woman, that don't really make sense.
You're right. You're right about that. So as far as like you and her, y'all bonding and shit, y'all gonna put this master play together. Do y'all think that y'all gonna have like a big company later on that y'all will be able to, go crazy with the trading and the funding and all that type of stuff?
Oh yeah, we already built a community. So we got a community. We teach people pretty much how to clean their credit, how to build their credit, how to get access to capital, how to trade, how to get real estate. So we're really teaching people how to build wealth.
Right. So couples can come to y'all and be just like y'all and turn up with y'all type shit.
We used to post this content called How to Get Rich as a Couple. We used to go viral all of the time. So yeah, we be teaching couples how to get that money.
Damn. So what else sauce you can drop on us though?
What kind of sauce y'all want? You want credit sauce, funding sauce?
Man, we want all the sauce. We want barbecue sauce, my boy.
Barbecue sauce, say less. So when it comes to the funding, a lot of people don't realize, like, if you got an LLC, you can get access to anywhere from 50 to $500,000 in funding. So the reason why most people can't get the funding is either because they setting up their LLCs incorrectly, and two of the biggest mistakes people make when they set up their LLCs is their name, they about credit repair. Just because I do credit that don't mean I need to have credit in my business. Just because I do funding, that don't mean I need to have funding in the business.
All right.
So you want to keep it super broad, super generic. So that way, when you go to the banks, you can kind of tell them anything and they're going to have to believe you.
Okay.
And then the next thing they do wrong is they be getting bad addresses. They either be getting their home addresses or mail centers.
Right.
And the banks want to do business with businesses, not P.O. boxes.
Exactly.
So I tell people, before you purchase that virtual address, make sure you go to the USPS address lookup tool, put that address there first, and make sure that doesn't pop up as a commercial mail receiving agency. If it does, don't buy it. If it doesn't, you good to go. So those are two mistakes that keep people from getting funding, even if they got good credit.
Damn. Yeah, that is smart. I thought about that too, though, when it's a lot of people that always be asking me. They be like, well, yeah, can I use my P.O. box? And I'm just like, hell no. Like, because it's like, even to be honest, I don't even do the LLCs, bro. I only do the S Corps or C Corps. You know what I mean? Because they say LLCs are like actually, like the banks know that you don't really know exactly, because it's still connected to your social almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the S Corps is always better than C Corps. So you got an accountant or a CPA?
I got a CPA.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you on track then. So as far as what else you got for us?
So I give y'all some more sauce on the funding too. So a lot of the times when people apply for funding, they apply online, and that's one of the worst ways is that you can apply for funding. It's just like applying for a job. Back in the day, people be on Indeed applying for everything, and 20 minutes later, they would get a rejection email for stuff they was even qualified for. But when you apply online for funding, it's literally the same way. You fighting against an algorithm. So what I always tell people to do is get BRMs, business relationship managers, apply through them, because a lot of the times you could request the limit you want.
Yeah.
And they might not even ask you for docs. So you could go get $100,000 in funding from a bank like Chase using a BRM without showing no tax returns, no P&L, no bank statements, none of that. And if you're like, bro, where can I find these BRMs? All you got to do is go on LinkedIn, put Chase Bank Business Relationship Manager, and start messaging some of the ones that's in your area and start letting them know, like, I'm a business owner looking to get access to capital. Could you help me out with that? And they get paid off a KPI. So anytime they get somebody approved, they going to get a bonus. And then they make money off of when you spend in a car. So they get incentivized to help you. So that's some free game right there too.
Yeah, that is a great game. Damn, I never knew you could inbox somebody on LinkedIn like that. And they'll reply back type shit.
Think about it. If you got paid to help business, like the people at the bank get paid to lend out money.
Right.
So if you doing all of the work, like you got good credit, your business set up the right way, and you like, bro, I need to get access to capital, you just did their job. And then if you start referring people to them, now you can make an additional 6 figures a year just having 1 or 2 banking relationships.
So you relocated in Florida now?
Yeah, I used to live in L.A. Then I moved to Jacksonville to be close to my family.
All right. So how from coming from New York, how has relocating changed your life?
Well, it make it easy for real, because New York is a rough city.
Yeah.
So any place I go is like I could dominate, I could stand out, I'm gonna outwork people just because I'm already coming from that type of environment. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And when I left New York, I moved to Baltimore first because I was still underage, so that's why I grew up. I grew up in Baltimore, and then after Baltimore, I moved to the West Coast.
Yeah. So Florida like a better vibe for you, energy wise and everything.
Yeah, where I'm at now is corny. I ain't go cap. I'm probably move to Atlanta soon.
Shit, Atlanta is it's open still.
Yeah, where I live now is not really no motion. So
no, I get it.
Jump out there and do something. There's nobody out there.
No, for sure. So as far as networking is like, how do you get your leads in when you're dealing with credit and stuff like that?
Social media. I got a large following. I post a lot of content. I got a lot of relationships with people. I've been building my contact list on my phone for 30 years.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I tell people, like, people be thinking you need a large following to run a funding company, but if you got 10 contacts in your phone, I'm pretty sure you got a barber. He know the owner of the barber shop. He want funding. He want to open another location.
Yeah.
If you probably get your nails done, they want to get another location. So a lot of the times people don't realize you don't got to go viral to make 6 figures. All you got to do is ask people in your phone, do you need access to capital to grow or scale your business? Everybody going to be calling you, not even responding.
Right. Damn. So you would be able to teach a person that step by step for what type of price?
Man, I told you, I usually charge $5,000, but right now I'm going to do a 5-day class just for your community where I'm going to teach them live how to repair their credit, how to build it back up, how to get access to the capital, how to build those banker relationships from scratch so they can help their clients get them high limits, how to market, the system so you're not tied to your business. I'm going to do that for 5 days live for just $47, bro. I'm tweaking.
Oh, okay. So basically when they get in the $47 challenge or whatever, like exactly y'all going to be breaking down, they're going to be live with you, or how would that work?
Yeah, they're going to be live with me. So if they got messed up credit, I'm going to be teaching them like the data breach method so they can clean their credit, literally making sure that if they was affected by like the TransUnion or the Equifax or the Experian data breach, now that, they can file an FTC report. I'm going to teach them step by step how to get those collection accounts off in as fast as we can so they can go get the bag.
So whoever watching, they basically can afford that to get in there to learn what they need to learn so they can get to another level.
Right. They smoking Zaza, they drinking, they doing all of this stuff. So if you're going to do that, you might as well spend the bag on yourself so that way you can obviously multiply your wealth by getting the information.
Yeah, that's hard. I like it though, man. So you've been seeing what's been going on in the news, man, like with all the stuff, man. What you think about what's happening like out here in the world right now? Like, you seen the stuff with Soulja Boy and DDG?
Nah, I didn't even see that. What happened?
Basically, they just was going back and forth about him putting his hands on Holly. Basically saying like he gonna beat her. Well, he basically told Soulja Boy he gonna do this to him, and they just into it heavy on the internet. And I was just like, damn. So listen, you've been in your relationship for 10 years. Now, you said you about to get married soon, correct?
Yes.
When you do get married, are you going to get a prenup?
No. Hold on. A prenup is when, what's a prenup?
A prenup is when, the girl don't be able to take, everything that you earn. I know you said you and your girl was making money together.
No. She definitely got to sign that.
She definitely got to sign that?
Yeah, 100%. I'm building these companies, right? So why would I allow her to take everything that I built so she could go do whatever she wants? So my goal in this business, in this relationship, is to help her build her own equity in something so she don't need my money. She got something already going for herself. That's why we learn how to fix our credit. Okay. That's why we learn how to get capital. She got her own trading thing. I'm pretty sure if I gave her a prenup right now, she would sign it without any problems because she knows that I'm going to look out for her. She knows I'm going to take care of her. She knows I'm going to look after my son. She knows I'm going to do right by her. So I don't know why I got to bring the government, Uncle Sam, into our relationship when we've been together for 10 years. I ain't been with the government for 10 years, so they not going to tell me how much I need to give somebody when I already been solid.
So for the women that's watching, that want to know, right? Like usually after probably about a good 6 years, 5 years, usually, a male will probably, if he loves a girl, the women will say that they'll be married already, right? What do you think about that of the women that's watching? Like, well, why you didn't been marry her after this 5th or 6th year? Like, what happened?
They need to worry about their own relationship. That's why they man probably got a work wife because they worried about my relationship. My woman's happy. If she wasn't happy, she'd be obviously in other dudes' DMs looking for another reason to not be with me. But she loved me. You know what I'm saying? Where when I come home, dinner's cooked. When I wake up, breakfast is there. So it's like she give me everything I need. I give her everything she needs. She never really make me feel like marriage is a necessity because I'm loyal. She's on payroll. She don't got to work. She don't got to worry about money. So it's like people get in marriage because a marriage is a business. They get into it for stability. She's already stable. She's already got loyalty. So she's already technically married to me. We just not married to the state.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you feel me, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Would you get married?
No, I'm not getting married.
And then if you did get married, what you doing? You got them signing a prenup or what?
I'm not even getting married, so I don't know.
So how long? What's your longest relationship ever been?
Maybe a few years. I mean, I always been chasing the bag, bro. So the relationship thing didn't really never matter to me that much at all. Just being honest. I always I'm always too busy to put that first. So you know what I mean? And I always never really trust a female too much because I'd be with guys, girls. So I didn't never.
Did you say you be what?
Like I be with guys' girlfriends.
I'm
you get what I'm saying? So it's like if I'm with guys' girlfriends, it's like hell nah. So let me ask you something though. As far as with you, right? Have you ever you've been with your girl this long? You never got an urge. You ain't never seen one of these big BBLs just slide down your TL that you just wanted to just crash out for?
You trying to get me in trouble. But I ain't gonna lie, like, I be going viral so much. Like, I be having, like, famous strippers and girls on OnlyFans follow me all of the time. So, like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Of course you get tempted, but then I realize, like, these girls don't want shit. They just want money. They don't really know me.
What do tempted mean?
Who, me?
Like, no, what does that mean? Like, meaning like me, if I see something like on my TL, I get horny.
Hey.
Like, do that means that? Do tempted means that?
Nah, I ain't getting horny off of no video, bro.
You don't?
Nah, bro, that's kind of crazy. Like, to look at a video and be instantly horny.
Shit, you ain't what type?
That's like some like
So
like,
you hold on. So you saying it is impossible?
No. I mean, I'm just off of that right now. Like, I'm not just looking at, Instagram algorithm is crazy. If I pull out my phone right now, go to my Explore page, it's gonna be girls working out, twerking, doing a bunch of stuff. No matter how much I don't engage with that content, but it's like I'm not about to look at this and start getting erection because.
So if
it's
you look
a random booty on the screen.
So when you look at mine, right, I follow a lot of like workout stuff, and it ain't a lot of like big booties or twerking or something unless I engage in that.
What you trying to say?
Hey, look. You see what I'm saying, though, Bo? Stop playing, G. Look, because I was like, he said if you pull out my phone, I said, hold on now, no, because you gotta be looking. No, but look, hold on, I gotta talk about this. Hold on. All right, so listen. So you telling me that you never ever got out of 10 years, no, you haven't seen nothing in the strip club on your TL that got you horny?
I want you to be real. Like, of course, like
10 years.
It's 10 years, but you know, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now it's like, nah, bro. I was like, I look at women like headaches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it comes with a woman. Ladies, don't cook me, but I know it comes with a woman. Like, it's not just ass. You know what I'm saying? They want stuff. They want attention. They want time. They want all of this stuff. So it's like, when I see that booty shaking, I really see that. So I'm like, I ain't really falling for that if I know what's behind it. It's somebody who wants stuff. They gonna want me to buy them a bunch of stuff. They gonna want me to, you know what I'm saying? It's like these new girls, they not kind of like loyal. All they want is somebody to trick off on them. They don't really want to be there with you and help you build something. So it's like, why would I go out there, sacrifice what I got going on for somebody that been with me, pouring into me, helping me get to where I'm at?
No, for sure.
Just for a booty.
You're right. If you were single, do you ever see yourself actually spending money on a female? Like tricking off?
Nah, bro.
Not using the word tricking off because
like buying the bags and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I went on this one trip, bro, with my African boys, and they was tricking the whole time. And I'm like, bro, I ain't trying to be tricking on these girls. And now what's so crazy with my homeboy, he flew this girl out. He flew out private. We had the villa and everything. 6 months after that trip, she married somebody in the NFL. So I was like, nigga, you spent all of that bread on this girl for no reason, just to get some ass. You could have got ass for free.
Okay, so basically, okay, what would you have to do to get the butt for free?
Yeah, I had an aura.
So, okay, you mean by talking to her?
Nah, you gotta have good energy. Like girls, they want a good conversation. They want good energy. They want to know you got a good head on your shoulders.
Okay.
Like, I was knocking girls down. I've been getting money for a minute. So when I was 20 years old, I was already driving drop tops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was getting girls just off of that. You know, I'll get a little bottle of Bel Air or something like
that.
Yeah,
but, for sure.
I ain't never had to do nothing too crazy because they looked at me like an asset. Like, well, I want to be known for being with that person that got motion. So I ain't got to buy them nothing for them to be attracted to me.
No, so you got two types of women out here. You got the ones like, I got the freebies too. But at the same time, I feel like sometimes the freebies want more of the time. They want more of my time. I don't have time.
You just try to get right to it.
Yeah, I don't got time to text. I don't got time to overly talk. I definitely don't have time to fake like I like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did that. We ran through a lot of freebies, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just like they get a little bit madder when they get mad because they doing everything for free. So they get madder at you because they like, I just did you for free and this how you know what I'm saying? Versus the ones that's asking for money, they see me with another girl on the gram or something, they cool because they just like, oh well, whatever. But the ones that did something for free, oh my God.
You saying they spiteful?
They gonna just try to fuck your whole shit up because you hit them for free. Now you trying to flex on them. And
you ain't hit them for free. I told you pop the bottle or something. You know what I mean?
yeah, look down Julio,
yeah.
but at the same time, they still feel like they didn't get anything. So when you do start coming up, or you do start doing something for your girl, like you're helping her, you know what I mean?
So you saying like, if I'm cheating on my girl with these other girls, would I be paying them to do stuff?
No. This I'm saying, if you're single, let's say if you're a single man and you got the freebies, and then you got the girls that you paying. Okay, you got the freebies. You can hit off of just good conversation and good energy and Don Julio and Henny, and right. But at the same time, they still feel like you owe them something because they gave their body to you for free. You thinking that you getting them off the aura, but they still feel like they're tied to you somehow, right? Now you get a little money and then you want to start doing something for your girlfriend, right? Now they feel like they want to shut that down because they didn't gave you something for what you think was for free. You understand what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you're not really getting it for free because you gave them all your damn time. You was texting them all day and they FaceTime you, where you at? And you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you paying for time with that, basically.
Yeah. So you just saying you rather exchange gifts?
I mean, I will. It just depends. I'm a favor for favor type thing because I want something, she wants something.
See, I've been out the game so long, bro. I'd be honest. I don't be thinking like this no more. I'll be real. All I think about is getting rich.
Yeah, the same. I'll be on the same time.
But I know it's a lot of temptation out here. I ain't gonna lie. We in Miami. I see all of these girls got BBLs. They all got their nose done. So I can see like how you might feel like you need to spend some money on those type of women because they already spending money on themselves. So to attract that type of person, you can't just be on some conversation type shit.
Nah, hell no. They gonna say exactly.
But it's all levels to the shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you try to attract a Dubai type girl versus like a regular type chick, you feel me? It's different stuff you're gonna have to do for them. Yeah,
for sure. So do you respect that though? Like, do you respect the game how it is though? Like, as far as like with the women that do, you know, they got their standards. Okay, for instance, let's just put it in a mentorship perspective. You a mentor, you want somebody to pay you for your game that you know, your knowledge, right? So let's say with a female.
You comparing my knowledge to sex?
No. We talking about a female that's high end that she felt like she put in work. She didn't put in 500. Let's say she put in $50,000 in her body. Yeah. She got the new Rolls Royce truck. She's staying in a nice crib. She look real nice. You know what I mean? She got a little knowledge. She got her credit right. She feels like she don't want to just stoop down to that. That's basically what I'm saying, because they're getting high level guys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, right?
Yeah, you just gotta play up. So if you want that type of woman, you gotta do more.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I'm saying? So if you already get, you gotta meet people where they at. So if you were to somebody that's materialistic, obviously you should shower them with the things they like. But if you were some, people got love languages. Some people want acts of service. Some people want gifts. Some people want quality time. So you just gotta give the woman what they want. If they want shit, give them what they want. If they want time, give them time. If they want you to just say they beautiful, give them what they want. You know what I'm saying? So
but what you can do is, though, when you do jump in there, you know what I'm saying? You just, hey, man, look, I do funding, I do credit. You know what I'm saying? I can come in. You can offer a service. You might not even have to get no bread. You just say, hey, baby, I can get you funded. You know what I'm saying? And you can keep this half and get that half and bring me more people. So it's always a way when you know the certain type of knowledge anyways. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can help build a credit.
So you be out here exchanging your sauce for sex?
Well, if they, let me see.
So you about to fix a girl credit, and then like if she give you some butt, I'm gonna fix your credit for free.
Basically.
And then all right, you fix your credit for free. She give you some more butt. All right, I'm about to give you some funding.
It just depends, because most likely if it ain't all the way crazy, it have to be crazy. So if it ain't all the way crazy and I already got that thing, it's over with. I'm cool. Because you know what I'm saying? It got to be crazy, though. It got to be addicting. Most likely it's probably not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm probably going to just
it's people like you making the game harder for everybody else.
No, it is.
It's people like you, bro.
It's a lot, but it's a lot of us.
Because the regular people, they like, man, how can I get the baddie? But then they can't. No matter how, if they handsome, if they got a little bit of money, got a good head on their shoulders, they going to keep losing because you going to outspend them. And the girl going to want the shiny object every time.
Yeah, that's why we got to go harder.
Yeah, facts. I mean, I ain't mad at what you doing. They mad at what you doing,
not
me.
Look, all we got to do is work harder, work smarter, and just turn up on our marketing. Because at the end of the day, man, there's always going to be somebody that got more than us. But at the same time, it's like we get what we want, man. It's just like when we go in the store. when you go on Uber Eats, you pick the restaurant you want to eat, don't you?
100%.
You know what I mean? And then when you might get a little horny, you gonna want the damn female. You might want the female of your choice. I want the female of my choice.
Yes.
I don't want to have to settle with what I just gotta go with. Like, well, I gotta go with this. Like, I gotta go over this shit. I don't want to be that. You know what I'm saying? I want to get what I want, do what I want, fly where I want, go to vacations where I want, drive what I want. You know what I mean? Upgrade whenever I want.
Facts.
So I wanted the Uber Eats service of life.
I
you know what I'm saying? That's just me though. You don't nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that it's just me.
Yeah.
Cause I already did that. I don't want to get let down again a million times trying to. And then you know what I'm saying? Like I said, maybe in your life you probably
got let down, but you were still. So you telling me that you don't spend all of that money on that girl and she still did something dirty?
I didn't like. So when I was first coming up, it actually happened when I was real young. So it got traumatized early as hell in my life, which what made me get to this point now. So it's kind of like, I'm glad it happened like that before I actually got to a point I had to spend a whole lot of money on girls. But the real reason is it's like, okay, I was like, what, 16, 17, you know what I mean?
What, and 16, what you had, like your first kid or something?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I actually had my first kid at 14.
Damn.
Yeah.
In Chicago?
No, this was in Indiana.
Indiana? What you doing out there?
I was just out there with my mom and shit, and then I moved back to Chicago, and then I was just all over the place, bro, you know? But I had my first kid, and you got to think, so I grew up fast. By me growing up fast, it's kind of like you thinking that you're 18 at a younger age. You get what I'm saying? So when something happened to you that young, bro, it's going to affect you all the way to later. So you just like, oh, I'm cool on that little shit. Like, you know what I mean? I just want to make the bag. And that's what made me go hard. But that's how I got to that point, though, bro. That's how I got to I didn't really did the 10-year, the 8-year, the 6-year. I never did that in my life.
Yeah. It ain't for everybody. It's tough. I ain't gonna act like the 10 years been smooth the whole time.
That's a long ass time.
We done been through some shit, but I feel like it's worth it though, because it's like I told you I was getting money before, so I already was, running through women, seeing how they thought. I'm just like, I found somebody that was solid. I got blessed. She's solid. She stuck with me. I stuck with her. We help each other out. I help her out. We invest in each other. We got the same kind of mindset, and that's not easy to find. So it's like, I'm not about to throw my diamond away to go try to find another one. If I already got something that's shiny and do everything I needed to do, you know what I'm saying? She give me all the good butt I need, so I don't need to go get more butt. You know what I'm saying? My goal is to get rich, not have all of this butt, all of these girls giving me sex for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah,
you get 100 million or what? Have sex with 100 million girls. You know what I'm saying? So
I get it.
You saw what happened to Wilt. I'm trying to get this back.
Nah, for sure. I get you. Nah, I mean, you got a good head on your shoulders, man. You ain't trying to be out here cracking all the girls and all that shit. You really, you know what I'm saying, on your shit.
Got to, bro. Got to. I see you on your shit, too. So it's a lot of ways to be on your shit. You tricking off and you still on your bag.
Yeah.
For me, I'm staying solid and I'm in my bag. So that's just showing the audience that it's multiple ways to get to it. You don't got to just do it your way. You don't got to do it my way. You can do it whatever way you comfortable with.
Nah, for sure. You just got to be disciplined at the end of the day.
Yeah, facts.
That's what it is about.
If you trick off too much,
you gotta have a limit now. You gotta have that little limit. You gotta have a little limit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta cut their water off a little bit. You can't give them too much. Can't give them too little.
Them girls probably be acting crazy if you cut that water off, though.
Man, I mean, hey,
What's the craziest thing a girl's ever done after you tried to cut them off?
Really nothing, bro. Cause I mean, I come in as an opportunity. So it's like you got a little opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do with the opportunity. If you don't do right, the opportunity get taken away. That's how I go. It ain't like I owe you the opportunity.
You let anybody spin the block?
Hell no. Nah. You got one chance. It's too many of them.
I feel it.
It's a big world. So, I mean, definitely ain't double backing on shit. I don't do no backtracking or anything. So, all right. So, when you be seeing all these credit dudes on Instagram pointing the fingers and doing that, what do you think about all these credit gurus and shit?
I got a problem with the people who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of these credit people still got bad credits trying to help somebody fix their credit. So I think they fraud.
That's the worst. That is the worst.
Yeah, facts. There's too many fake gurus out here who haven't done the work. They just start talking about it. I can't stand that.
Man, and there's one coming out every second.
Yeah.
This is why market is important. You know what I mean? This is why standing out is important. Because right when we sitting here right now doing this podcast, it is a new credit guru that's being created. So you got to understand that we have to stay elevated at the top of the food chain always. Otherwise, every second somebody gonna come out trying to take your spot. They watching you. They stalking you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, okay, as far as female mentees, how do you deal with them with your fiance?
That's a good question. So, I mean, I set boundaries. So, a lot of the time, like, I feel like having a woman makes it easier to attract women to your business because they know you're not about to hit on them. And when I was younger, I told you, like, I was doing the MLM business. We was 21, 20 years old, making a lot of money. So we already did that already, where you having sex with the people on your team, you having sex with your mentees. And that's nasty work. It's bad business. It makes things confusing.
Yeah.
It kind of like makes somebody like not respect you, or they want to air you out like, oh, you want to tell me that now? You wasn't saying that when you was doing this the other night. And I'm like, yo, I'm trying to, you feel me, grow this business. You tweaking right now. So I already did that in my younger years. So I already knew that I can't be toxic growing a business now. It was going to crumble. So I don't really mess with the mentees. I don't insinuate nothing. And if I ever feel like they want more, you feel me, I let them know like, yo, I'm going to tell Dania, I'm going to tell my girl, she going to shut that shit down.
Damn, you gonna tell a girl that?
Because we run a community together, so it's like they gonna see my girl posts my content, my girl be helping me out with shit, so it's like she's heavily involved in my business, so it's like it's impossible for her to not for that to go down, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
your biggest pet peeve from like dealing with people, you know, like that saying that they trying to tap in and stuff like that.
They want to be getting game for free. They want me to change their life for nothing. I can't stand that shit. Now I done spent. Just this year alone, I probably spent $50,000 investing in myself. So when these niggas in my DM asking me for, yo, bro, I just got home, or yo, bro, can I get some game? I'm like, bro,
where do all these jail niggas come from, bro?
I have no.
These jail niggas be DMing the hell out of. I be like, what? My ass is running to all jail niggas.
No, I had to cut my ass off.
That shit is crazy, gang. I be like, I asked my ad guy, like, gang, what is you doing? Do you work for the BOP or something? G, like, all my ads are going to jail niggas. They be like, yeah, you know, man, I'm at FCI, bro. You can look out for me. I'm like, I'm talking about 50 ad messages from straight jail.
If I get them, I know you getting them.
I'm like, damn, bro. Like, where'd you run the ass to? We targeting certain people, so I'm like, it's
and that's
why
I couldn't stand with buying like mentorships from white people, because it's like they giving you a lot of game, but it's kind of like they don't understand the leads we get. So it's like they could tell you all of these things to do with your ads, with your marketing, but they never been black, they never had braids, they never had tattoos on their hands, so they never knew the people that's going to come in our businesses. So that's why you got to learn from people that look like you too, because everybody can't teach you how to build a business when you look like us. Right.
All right, so do you have any like digital products or anything for sale?
Yeah, facts. That's how I made my first 6 figures selling digital products. I would literally get on TikTok live, teach people how to fix their credit, teach people how to set up their LLCs, teach people how to get funding, and in return they would, tap in and buy my products.
So basically just what you were selling, like just credit guides? Like, because I do Stand Store right now.
Yeah, I'm a Stand Store partner, so I ain't paid for Stand Store in like 2 years. I got it for free.
Oh, damn. Oh, you ain't fucking around.
Pretty much I sell products, teaching them how to clean their credit using consumer laws, teach them how to sue the bureaus, teach them how to set up the literally everything I know. I don't put that shit in the ebook. I don't put it in a course. I don't put it in a mentorship, because everybody learn different. You know what I'm saying? Some people are audio learners, some people visual learners, and some people a little bit more touch points, no diddy, where they going to need that hands-on help so that they could get there a little faster. Because people don't realize if you put a digital product together one time and you keep selling it over and over and over again, now you can create passive income, and in return you can create some freedom for yourself running up that bag. So I love digital products. I love digital services. You can really make a lot of M's without that stress.
And where could everybody find you at, bro?
At Smartphone Billionaire on Instagram, YouTube. And I told you I'm going to be doing that 5-day class just for your audience, teaching them everything I know. Literally, I charge people anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 to get access to this game. But since I'm here, I see you got a lot of game. I know your audience probably need it. So I'm going to teach them how to clean their credit the right way. We're not trying to send nobody to jail, doing sex trafficking and none of that crazy stuff people doing to clean their credit now. I'm going to teach them the right way to clean their credit, the right way to build it, the right way to build relationships so they can get the $100,000 in funding, turn all of that into either a digital product or a funding company and make 6 figures.
So
yeah,
the rest of these
crazy.
dudes that's out here cleaning credit, they doing it illegally.
Yeah, bro, they doing some crazy shit. They out here saying people are victims of human trafficking. They're doing anything to get a deletion except for just learning the laws and, letting the law get that stuff off.
Wow, that's crazy. So what you got coming out new?
Man, I got a live class I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to do a 5-day mentorship where I'm teaching people how to clean their credit the legal way so they don't got to end up in jail or, you feel me, somewhere they don't want to be. Then I'm going to show them how to get access to capital anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 in funding. I literally charge people tens of thousands of dollars just to do that alone.
Right.
Then I'm going to teach them how to turn that concept into either a digital product or a funding company so they can start making 6 figures. So instead of me charging y'all $5,000 to $10,000 like I usually do, just because they are part of your audience, they part of your community, I'm gonna let them come to this 5-day mentorship for just $47.
Let's get it. Famous or Wealthy Podcast, man. Y'all heard it first.